everyone! Welcome back to another Loyal and Save training. Today, we'll be going over the Loyal and Save swag shop and how to properly set it up, go through all the settings, set up a mock product, and show you how the transaction looks to the customer. The Loyal and Save swag shop is a useful tool because it allows you to offer exclusive merchandise to your customers in exchange for their tokens. Think of it as an online store where you can sell things in addition to what's offered in your physical store. If you're a tobacco retailer, chances are you get a lot of merchandise and promo items from your vendors. The swag shop is a perfect place for you to put those items to motivate the customers already purchasing those products. It doesn't always have to be vendor merchandise either. You can simply offer rewards that are your own products, like t-shirts, hats, and other items. Not only does it increase your brand awareness, but you get to keep those tokens circulating in your business. The swag shop is a really unique feature of Loyal and Save because it's the first of its kind on the market. It's like having your very own online store, but with no need for a team of web developers. Plus, customers can shop the Loyal and Save mobile app, so it makes redeeming rewards a whole lot easier. You don't need to worry about sharing tokens with other stores either, because the tokens that are made at your store are only redeemable at your store swag shop. No token sharing. So now that you've got a basic understanding of how it works, let's get started. Let's start by going over the swag shop settings in Settings. This opens up to a pretty simple screen with only two options. Think of this as your global swag shop settings. Here, we can set the number of swag shop purchases that are allowed in a day, aka the max redemption. We can also set up the max allowed per purchase. Moving over to the Notifications tab, we can enter the email addresses of the people to be notified after a swag purchase has been made. You have the option to enter in your fulfillment center emails or the people who are going to ship out your products. And you can also enter the emails of your marketing department or whoever keeps an eye on your loyalty program. This ensures that the shipping process is smooth and seamless and that everyone who needs to be notified gets correspondence at each stage in the purchasing, shipping, and delivery process. Not a lot to set up here, so let's move on. Now that we have our settings in place, let's go through the process of putting an item in our swag shop. Let's click on the Loyalty tab, then Swag Shop, and finally Items. Let's say we have a few Amazon Echoes that we want to offer in our store. How will that look? We'll start by setting up a category group. Think of this as your parent category. You'll see some existing categories here for reference. Let's create a new one. Click the Add New button in the top right-hand corner. And since we're offering an Amazon Echo, we'll name this category Electronics. Then click Save. Now we'll go up a tab and click on Categories. Think of this one as your child category. So that means we'll get a little more specific as to what kind of electronics. Here, you'll see categories like hats and t-shirts that are a little more specific as to what type of apparel. Click that Add New button again. This time, we'll name the category Virtual Assistant. You'll see our category group Electronics, and this time with the option to add a description for that category. This part is optional, and then we save our settings. Now that we've got all the background information set up, we're ready to get our product in there. Moving up a tab to Items, we'll click Add New at the top, where it brings us to the Create Swag Item screen. Here's where we'll fill out all the defining information of our swag product. First, we'll give it a name. Then we'll select our category and add a couple of tags for better and easier visibility. Let's add Tech and Echo. This will better organize the swag view for the Loyal and Save user and make it easier for them to find the exact products they're looking for without having to search for them. Below is where we enter the token value for the item. What do you think an Amazon Echo Show is worth in tokens? Considering every 1,000 tokens equals one Loyal and Save dollar, and Echoes retail for about $80, we'll value this at 50,000 tokens to insinuate a deal. Lastly, just fill out a short and long description of your product to let the user know what you're offering. Note that the short description is for internal use only and does not appear on the app or website. Don't forget the best part, uploading your product images and selecting the balance type that's redeemable for this product. In our case, the user's default tokens are able to be used on this product. But if you have campaigns set up that award tokens to different token buckets, you can choose those balances here. Now we'll move on to the next tab, Attributes. Attributes can be used if you have variations of the same product like colors, sizes, or flavors. But in our case, we'll set up ours as having 2 different Echo colors. Click on the little green button, Add Attribute, and we'll select Color. I set this up beforehand, but if you want to add something that isn't on the list, you will just click Add New Attribute from the drop-down menu and enter the name. Next, we'll add the value, or in this case, the different colors. Click the green button and you'll see a content box and swatch pop up. Name the color offered, add another value, and we'll enter the second color we're offering. Don't forget about the inventory options for your item. Here, you can enter each attribute's UPC code and how many you have in stock. The override type below doesn't apply to our current product, but say we're selling t-shirts in different sizes. We'd have a set token price for each shirt, but we may want the tokens to differ for larger or smaller sizes. For example, if you have a small t-shirt in red as a variation, this may have a plus 200 tokens or minus 200 tokens from the base price. So the override types basically modify the set price, increasing the tokens, decreasing them, or replacing the value in the token override. It's completely optional. One last tab to go over, and that's our Options tab. Here, we can set up our max redemptions per day and our max allowed per purchase. Our global settings are the settings we first went over in the beginning of this webinar, which are our default settings. They're here again just in case an item varies from those rules. Below, you have the option to toggle the age limit on or off, depending on whether the item is age restricted or not. If toggling this on, you can set the purchaser's age here. You also have the option to set an expiration. How long do you want the swag product available for? If you only want it available for a limited time, here's where you'd specify that. It looks like we're all set up, so let's go ahead and click Save and Close. Now, your product is available and viewable by all of your loyalty members. Congrats! But once your customers start redeeming for swag items, where do they all go? If we go back to the menu and select Shop Purchases, it brings us to a view of all purchased swag items. Here, you can view order numbers, the product they purchased, how many tokens were used, the shipping method, and the status of the delivery. Since this is a mock store for webinar purposes, we don't have much to show here. You can select the blue icon for a more detailed view of the purchase. This will show the item and customer info, the shipping method, and token balances. The Shop Purchases tab is a really handy view when you just want to quickly display current and previous orders. Consider this your main hub to keep tabs on where your products are at. Well, we've gone over all of our settings and created our product in the Swag Shop. Now, let's see what it looks like for the user. The Swag Shop is available on Android and Apple devices as well as online. Users can download the app on their phone or visit customer.loyalndsave.com to shop for the products you offer. Since each store and their tokens are kept completely separate, each individual merchant's swag shop is located within their storefront in Loyal and Save. When users log in, they find your storefront to browse your swag shop. They can only use the tokens earned at your store for products in your shop. As a user browses products they want to redeem, all they have to do is click Redeem. This will bring them to a menu where they have the ability to choose their delivery method. Again, depending on how you set up the item, they may only have the option to pick up in store. Others may only be available to be shipped. If both options are available, then the user must select which method they prefer. Customers also have the option to gift items to a particular friend. Gifts can only be given to other Loyal and Save users on that person's friend list. Once an item has been gifted, the person receiving the gift has the option to accept and then enter the shipping info where the item is to be sent to. Once the order is completed and a delivery method is selected, it'll show up in your Shop Purchases tab. Each person on the email list that we set up earlier, like your fulfillment center and marketing department, will get an email notification each step of the way. Your customer will also get an email when it's been purchased, out for delivery, and when it's been delivered or ready to be picked up. Everyone is notified and the process is practically seamless. Well, there you have it, the Loyal and Save Swag Shop in a nutshell. We've gone over all the settings, set up an item, and went over how purchasing works. If you have any questions about how to best utilize your loyalty program, you can always email us at info@loyalnsave.com.